I met Danny on Hamilton Island.
We were both working up there. We were at the staff cafeteria and he came up and he'd met my friend that I was up there with the night before. We'd looked at the staff cafeteria to see what food there was and there was nothing.
There wasn't much on, so I thought I'd offer the girls to go home and cook them dinner.
He said he had dim sims and we were welcome to come back, so we went back. And we went back to his place and ate dim sims, and then we got pretty drunk and decided it was a really good idea to stage a fake engagement. Because it was race week, they had thousands of people there and there was like a stage set up in the main street with like a band and stuff playing. So he'd organised for us to get up on stage and him to propose up there. So it was just funny when you're up on stage, and I think we'd drunk so much because we were so nervous to get up there. And then half the crowd was saying, "No, don't do it." And the other half was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Once again, it was that spontaneity, someone who sort of at that stage could keep pace with my crazy live moment by moment life that I had when I was up there.
I know that we sort of started hanging out almost the next day and whatever.
It didn't take long, it was 3 or 4 days after that we really started to notice that we were connecting, and that was history. And who would have thought that 5.5 years later we're actually getting married.
Today is a celebration, not just of the love that has united these two in marriage, but also of the families that have created, moulded and influenced the lives of these two very special people.
Thankfully, Danny, like all women, was made gorgeous and foolish. Gorgeous so that Jeremy may love her, and foolish enough to love him back.
Danny is very unique, but that's what I love about her.
All fathers of the bride say they are very proud of their daughter and how beautiful she looks on their wedding day. Well, I'm not going to break the tradition, apart from saying that both Jan and I are the proudest parents in the world right now, and that Danielle is the most beautiful bride, and feel privileged that she is our daughter.
I'm so honoured to be standing here today, celebrating the next chapter in your life together with Jez.
Which brings me to Jez. What's not to like?
He's the jokester. He loves to be the funny man, and we kind of fight for centre of attention a lot of the time.
You've given great joy to everyone who knows you, and now we see that Danny has actually brought that sort of joy into your life.
I'm so happy she found you and couldn't have asked for a better man to look after my best friend.
I decided to propose to Danny a few years back.
He's forever trying to surprise me and forever failing at surprising me.
I knew what Danny always wanted in a ring, because she let me know, because that's what she does. She really let me know what she wanted. So I'd get her the day off when she was working with her mum.
My day off was usually a Friday, but he'd organised with her for me to have the Monday off, and I was like, well, that's sus already. He was like, we're going to go shopping, so I was like, I'll just play along. I didn't really know what we were doing, but then we went to a horse riding place and he'd packed like jeans and shoes for me to wear.
So we strolled down towards the water and I dropped down to a knee, and
he was like, you could tell he was like absolutely a nervous wreck, and he was like, you know I love you, right? Danny, I love you. You know I love you, right? And I was like, yep, and he got down on one knee. He kept saying the same thing over and over again.
Everything that I'd sort of rehearsed in my mind went out the window, and it was just, marry me? The response I got was, is this it?
I didn't even think he actually asked me. He may have asked me, will you marry me? I'm not really sure, but...
It wasn't until we were back on the horses, and I can remember riding back up the beach, and I can just remember her turning. She was riding in front of me and she turned around on the horse and she's held her ring up in the hand. She's like, oh.
Jez, to say I love you is not enough. To try to condense the depth of my feelings into a few words is impossible. But let me try.
Danny, in my eyes you are the most beautiful person in the world. I thank you for being such an open and creative spirit in my life.
You are my best friend, and I love to hear you laugh and to see your big, infectious, gummy smile.
And I want you just as you are, and looking forward to growing old as a couple and encouraging you as an individual.
I love you for your thoughtfulness, humour, patience, loyalty, and strength of character, and I'll always be your rock in times of need.
Today I stand by you
proud and happy of the special love we have found, and in front of these witnesses, I take you as my lawfully wedded wife.
People say that when you get married everything changes, and it does, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. From this day forward, there'll be no more complaining. She'll do the dishes every day. She'll make the bed, she won't whinge, she won't pick at my bald patch. One thing that will not change is how much I love you. And one thing that will never change is how beautiful you are to me.